Hello, good afternoon students. Last time we have seen our first restriction enzyme, that is exonuclease. Now today we are going to see our next restriction enzyme, that is endonuclease. Okay, our next restriction enzyme is endonuclease. Okay, what is the definition of endonuclease? Endonuclease is capable of, okay, it is a group of enzyme that capable of breaking the bond from the middle of a chain. Okay, it is a group of enzyme that is capable of breaking the bond from the middle of the chain. Okay, suppose this is our DNA chain. Okay, these endonucleases are capable that breaks or cleaves or cuts this DNA fragment from the middle. While exonuclease, last time we have seen the exonucleases are capable to break or to cleave or to cut the fragment from the both the ends of the fragment. Okay, here in case of endonuclease, these endonucleases are capable to break the DNA fragment from the middle of the fragment. Okay, these enzymes are specific or non-specific. Okay, these endonucleases are sometimes specific and sometimes non-specific. Now what is meant by specific and what is not meant by non-specific? Specific means at a particular site. Okay, suppose this is our fragment, while in specific endonuclease these are recognize the specific site of the fragment. Okay, these specific endonuclease recognizes the specific site of the fragment and that site only breaks. Okay, while in non-specific endonuclease these are non-specific. The name itself indicates non-specific. That means it is not recognizes any specific site, but it cleaves or cuts the fragment from the middle at any stage of the middle of the fragment. Okay, what is specific and what is non-specific? Specific endonuclease means it recognizes the specific site. Suppose this is the site, it recognizes this site we have to cleave. These endonuclease, what they have done, these endonuclease specific cut opens or breaks or cleaves only that specific recognized site only, while non-specific endonuclease cuts or breaks or cleaves any site, but only the middle of the fragment, not the ends. Okay, the endonuclease that are specific, the endonuclease that are specific to a particular sequence. Suppose we have last time seen the DNA fragments are contains nucleotides A, T, C, G, G, C, T, A, T, A. These are the nucleotides. Okay, what happens in specific endonuclease? These specific endonuclease recognizes a particular specific nucleotides. Okay, and these breaks into pieces or into small fragments. These specific endonucleases are termed as restriction endonuclease. Okay, why these are restriction endonuclease? because only restricted or only specific or only particular length or fragment or nucleotides they have to break down, or they breaks or cleaves into small pieces. Therefore these are termed as restriction endonuclease. These restriction endonucleases or specific endonucleases are found in bacteria. Okay, where they found? They found in bacteria. Okay, and these are specific for different sites of polynucleotide chain. Okay, these are specific restricted endonucleases which are found in bacteria are specific for different sites in the polynucleotide chain. Okay, the cleaved sequences from single stranded. Okay, suppose this it is a single stranded and it is cleaved by a specific restriction endonuclease. That means we found 3 fragments. Okay, this means it is cleaved in the middle. This cleaved sequence from single stranded are also called sticky or blunt ends. Okay, they are called sticky ends, which are then hybridized by DNA ligase. Okay, these are hybridized. That means these are again bound or binded with another DNA strand by their sticky ends. It is known as DNA ligase or recombination. Recombination. What is combination? That means binding of fragments. It is called as combination. It is recombination DNA. Okay. The restriction endonucleases are of 3 types. Okay, these restriction endonucleases are of 3 types. Type 1 endonucleases are large multi-subunit complexes. Large multi-subunit complexes. That means here more than 1000 base pairs are cleaved. Okay, what happened in type 1 restriction endonuclease? In type 1 endonuclease, these are large multi-subunit complexes which cleaved more than 1000 base pairs cleaved at a time. Okay. Next, type 2 restriction endonucleases are smaller subunits. Smaller subunits. Here type 1 are larger subunits, type 2 are smaller subunits. Okay, and these type 2 endonucleases cleaves the sequence in absence of ATP. Okay, type 2 endonucleases cleaves the DNA fragment in absence of ATP. Now next, type 3 endonucleases are also complex subunits. Okay, type 3 are also complex subunits, and these type 3 complex subunits cleaves only 25 base pairs. These are the 3 types of restriction enzymes. Okay, RE means restriction enzymes. Type 1 restriction enzymes are large multi-subunit complexes which cleaves more than 100 base pairs at a time. Type 2 restriction enzymes are smaller subunits which cleaves the fragments, DNA fragments, in absence of ATP. Now next and the last type 3rd restriction enzymes are also complex subunits, but these type 3 restriction enzymes cleaves only 25 base pairs at a time. These are the 3 types of restriction endonuclease. Okay, these endonuclease can also cleave double-stranded DNA, single-stranded DNA and RNA also, RNAs too. Okay, these restriction in endonucleases cleaves double-stranded DNA, single-stranded DNA and even RNA. Okay. These restriction endonuclease requires lag period before their activity. Now what is meant by lag period? आपण मराठीत त्यांना कालावधी म्हणतो. ओके, कालावधी किंवा काही ठराविक अंतर, एकानंतर एक सलग क्लीव्स होत नाही, बट इट रिक्वायर्स सम लॅग पिरियड. काही कालावधी त्यांना आवश्यक असते दुसऱ्या क्लिवेजसाठी. ओके, दिस रिस्ट्रिक्शन एंडोन्यूक्लियस रिक्वायर्स लॅग पिरियड बिफोर देअर ॲक्टिव्हिटी और बिफोर देअर ॲक्शन. ओके, because endonuclease cleaves a DNA segment in the middle. Okay, because the endonuclease cleaves a DNA segment in the middle, it results in oligonucleotides. Now what is meant by oligonucleotides? What is meant by oligonucleotides? मी काय म्हणाले, बिकॉज endonuclease cleaves because of endonuclease cleaves a DNA segment from the middle, it results in oligonucleotides. म्हणजे DNA सेगमेंट endonuclease जे DNA सेगमेंट्सला कट करतात त्याच्यामुळे आपल्याला oligonucleotides आपल्याला मिळतात. What is meant by these oligonucleotides? Oligonucleotides means smaller fragments or segments of DNA. Okay, smaller fragments or segments of DNA is known as oligonucleotides. Okay, some endonucleases have a defensive function. Okay, some endonucleases have has a defensive function. Now what is meant by defensive function? That means they can prevent the entry of pathogens. Okay, some endonucleases has defensive function. That means they can prevent entry of pathogens. Okay, this is whole about our endonuclease. Okay, now we will see from start what are endonucleases. Endonucleases are capable to cleave the DNA segment or the DNA chain from the middle. and these endonucleases are specific or non-specific. The specific endonucleases cleaves only the recognized portion of the chain, while non-specific endonucleases can cleaves the segment from any site of the chain, and these nucleases or these restriction endonucleases are found in bacteria. Okay, after the cleavage of the DNA fragment, the ends of that cleaved segment are sticky, and these are again recombined. It is known as DNA ligase. Now, there are three types of restriction endonucleases: type 1, type 2 and type 3 endonuclease. Type 1 endonuclease are large multi-subunit complexes which cleaves more than 1000 base pairs at a time. Okay. Type 2 endonucleases are smaller subunits which cleaves the DNA chain in the absence of ATP. Okay. Type 3 are also complex subunits which cleaves only 25 base pairs at a time. Okay. These endonucleases can cleave double-stranded DNA, single-stranded DNA or even RNA too. Okay. These endonucleases requires lag period before their activity. After the cleavage of the or after the exonuclease cleaved the DNA fragment, we find oligonucleotides. So these are nothing but the smaller fragments or segments of the DNA. Endonucleases has also a defensive function, that means they can prevent entry of pathogens. Okay, this is our endonuclease. Okay, now difference between exo and endonuclease. What is the difference between exo and endonuclease? First difference is exonuclease cleaves the polynucleotide chain either from 5' end or 3rd prime end. Exo and endonuclease. Exonuclease cleaves only at the end of the chain, that means either from 5' end or from 3rd prime end, while endonucleases are capable only to cleave the middle of the chain. Okay. Second difference is exonucleases cleaves nucleotides from the ends only. Here sequence from the middle. Exonucleases do not require lag period. While endonuclease requires lag period before their activity. Okay. In fourth difference is in exonuclease, individual after cleaving of a DNA sequence, individual nucleotides are found. Nucleotide or nucleoside found. Here resulting in endonuclease resulting in oligonucleotide. nucleotides. That means here only single nucleotides or nucleosides are result, but in endonuclease the resulting in oligonucleotide. That means smaller fragments or segments are found. Here single base pairs are found, here smaller fragments are found. Okay. Exonuclease forms sticky ends only. After cleavage, in exonuclease only sticky ends are formed, results, while in endonuclease sticky or blunt ends are formed. Okay, after cleavage in exonuclease only sticky ends are formed, while in endonucleases after cleaving sticky or blunt ends are formed. The fourth, fifth, sixth difference is all exonucleases are non-specific. Okay, all exonucleases are non-specific, while endonucleases are specific and non-specific both. Exonucleases are all non-specific, but endonucleases are some specific and some non-specific. The next is exonucleases do not have defensive function, while here defensive function. That means here they do not have defensive function. That means they cannot prevent the entry of pathogens, but in endonucleases they have a defensive function. That means they can prevent the pathogens, entry of the pathogens. Okay, these are the differences of exonuclease and endonuclease. Okay, here we complete our restriction enzymes, both exonuclease and endonuclease. Okay, have a good day.